My name is Scott, and I work with men who batter in a mostly court-ordered program that helps them find nonviolence in their lives. And one of the things that we work with them a great deal on is what partnership is. So one of the drivers for their violence, in fact, one of the main drivers for their violence is this notion of male privilege, that I'm superior to the woman in my life, that her voice doesn't matter, that she needs to think, act, and feel as I do, and it's my job to instill that in her. So that ends up being what drives a battering relationship, or what defines a battering relationship. So to move from that to partnership, there's a lot of beliefs that have to change. And so when we're talking about partnership, we're talking about two people who, it's really an approach to all kinds of different things that come up in a house. Do the kids start kindergarten now? Or do we buy that house? Or should we get a new car? Or who drives who to work and who gets to keep the car? I mean, all the thousands of different decisions that a couple will make over the course of their time together. What we try to work less on what those particulars are and more about what the approach is. So, for example, a woman told me that what she came to after her relationship with one man who had battered her, and now she was with someone else that was not, that was interested in partnership, that one of the things they worked out was if they couldn't come to an agreement on a particular thing that they both needed to, they tabled the decision until they could both figure out a way to come to an agreement that they both were okay with, right? So to do that, instead of thinking that the way I want it done is the most important, the belief really for that man to enter into that partnership would be that her voice is just as important as mine. That what she contributes to this relationship is as important as to what I contribute in this. And that the relationship itself is more important than getting my way. Those are some of the beliefs that men have to let go of if they ever want to try to be in partnership with a woman. And so this notion of partnership is an idea that each person in that partnership shares part of their lives together. But they also have lives that are independent of one another, which then makes what they share, the time that they share, interesting and dynamic and ever-changing, because they have lives of their own and a life that they share. For men who batter, that's a struggle, because their whole way of thinking about relationship is to absorb her completely into a paradigm that they have about what relationship should be. It should be a woman who stays at home. It should be a woman who does all the domestic chores, that raises the children, and really submits to anything I say. And that woman doesn't get to have a life independent of him. Right? So shifting from that to a woman who gets to have a life of her own and chooses to share part of that with him is quite a road for him to travel down. But, it can happen. For a man to choose to be in a partnership, it's really a choice that he has to make. Am I going to give up this notion that women are less than I am? Am I going to give up this idea that my voice is most important and take on this belief that the relationship is more important than getting my way? Am I going to choose that in my life? And it's really like the violence, like his battering her into submission. That's a choice. This is a choice too, and only he can make it.